The lesson.
Oh, yeah.
Now, we haven't had, I don't think, a classic in Australia for a while, like, you know, a Curse of 60. I remember was it the Delta?
Delta Hijack.
Yeah.
That was the original classic, hey? Oh, that 2003?
Oh, man, around that time.
Yeah. Was it like, I think the one before it, Battles for Supremacy, that was like Hunter. Hunter even battled in that one, I think.
I can't remember. I think I came across that when the Delta battle was the one that dropped.
Yeah, that one popped off, eh?
And
Hijack had that original, like, Southwest Sydney sort of, he was the character from up there, and Delta was the fucking powerhouse from Adelaide. You know, that was classic.
yeah, and Delta, I mean, we still watch that DVD, once every couple of years it comes out. Because it's so rare now that whole, you know, freestyle on beat.
Yeah.
Seeing dudes like Delts, you know, who have so much credential. It's just like, wow, they used to really get busy off the top. Now, other than that, and I guess the Curse of 60, obviously there's been other good battles, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
And then
I'm just trying to think of some very good matchups in Australia. With some other names. I mean, there's a new guy coming up who's doing very well at the moment. His name's Vega. He's getting a lot of international recognition. There's a few guys, as I was saying earlier about like the bars and the trends of them, like there are a few guys that are really following them and they're doing great at it. And I think that's what you need to do at the moment to get that acceptance internationally. Like, I think Dundee's got the perfect medium of like dropping some internationally acceptable bars as well as having his character and his style of humor as well. But what else has been going on? I'm just trying to think.
the matchup that I want to see go down is Dundee and Purpose.
Dundee and Purpose. Fuck yeah, I know Dundee's keen.
Tell
That'd be
it.
awesome.
Speculate on that for a minute.
Oh, that'd be interesting. Like, Purpose is very good and he's very polished. Like, he's very polished, I'd say that's the word. For me personally, I don't get too much I'm not too into like the trends of the bars and the word association. I just love classic random shit. And for me, Purpose's battle against Nicotine, because I battled him a couple years ago and I didn't take that seriously. I wish I did, but unfortunately, like, the prize of that tournament was to go to England, and I can't leave the country due to prior convictions at the moment. So I didn't really put my heart into it, and I was a bit negative on it. I was like, well, fuck it, I can't leave the country anyway. I'm not going to put any effort in, you know. Like, but at the same time, I'd looked up to Purpose for a long time, and there was a part of me kicking myself, like, fuck, you finally get that opportunity and you waste it, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. But his battle against Nicotine, which was the final for the Don't Flop tournament, he did some real shit where he, shared a bit of his life and his experiences, like, in his battles. And that was probably one of the moments when I went, fuck yeah, Perps. Like, he's very good, but I find it hard to get a lot out of a lot of his battles, you know what I mean? I watched his one against Lou Cypher live. I was there for that event. And I can't remember one of his lines, you know what I mean? Whereas I can, like a good punchline will stick in my head for weeks. I just said one earlier about a battle I watched 3 weeks ago once, you know what I mean? But I don't remember much from Perp too much. Whereas Dunner's at the moment, I feel like his charisma and his style and just the element he's in it at the moment, I think he'd probably take that battle.
Do you think it needs to happen?
I think it needs to happen. I mean, yeah, I know Dundee's keen. He's on fire. Like, that dude is ready for war. But I think it definitely needs to happen. He needs to make the most of that opportunity I kind of let fall, you know.
Well, I think if it went down, it would be the biggest battle.
It'd definitely be the biggest one at the moment. I mean, Perp's got that all time. Like, fuck, thing is, Perp has been that good since he was 15 or something like that. You know, like, he's been so good. Like, you watch even Aussie Scribble Jam back in the day and everything like that. You can't, what is it? What's the word? Flawless, you know what I mean? You can't find an edge in it. So Yeah, and Dundee's just got the buzz at the moment. It'd be an all-time matchup, really. I think, like, if 60 was fucking back in his passionate ways and his sense of humour, Dundee versus 360 would be classic. You know what I mean? On some Aussie, like, crack-up shit.
Be.
Like, yeah, that would be hilarious. But, yeah, I don't think we'll see 60 battling anytime soon. And if he does, he'll probably go... I know he was meant to battle Mad Child in King of the Dot originally, and they've tried to make it happen for a few years. So if he does, he'll probably do that.
What do you think about a Dundee versus Prime?
Fuck yeah. I think Prime versus anyone would be awesome, you know what I mean? Like, his Prime is very good. Like, his last album I enjoyed. Oh, it was really good. Everything Prime's ever done, I reckon he's a very good artist, as well as his penmanship's unfuckable. Yeah, unfuckwithable. You know what I mean? Like, damn. So, I don't know. Who knows how that'd go down?
Do you think the battle game needs him back?
Yeah. Prime, come back. They need you. You know, but I think Prime, if Prime had decided to be a part of it, he'd be one of the all-time greats. And he is from his era, you know what I mean? Like, if anyone was around for WRC, they know how good Anecdote and 60 versus Prime and Purpose was, and how much of a controversial factor that was. You know, Prime and Purpose could have gone to America and probably done just as well, you know, like I think they were freestyling a lot more, whereas Anecdote used to, like, prep heaps back in the day. And I thought it was all freestyle. I remember watching WRC and being like, he just did 18 multis in a row, and they're 4 syllables. And then all of a sudden, yeah, all right. And once you pre-write a few battles, you start to understand what he's doing, you know, and you're like, okay, yeah. But, yeah, it'd be great. I think maybe that was the reason what kind of turned Prime off it, maybe, because he seemed to be hungry about it. And then, there was some reason, but like I think there was an issue about who won that battle. You know, they were a bit dirty that they didn't get chosen, and maybe some inner politics or something like that. And it seemed that Prime after that was like, no, I'm done with it. You know, which I respect.
I'd love to see Prime versus 60. If I could see anything in Australia.
Yeah. Yeah, because that'd be like revenge from WRC.
Well, they're just so witty.
Yeah.
You know, and they can go off the top.
Yeah.
But if you let them write, and they've just got that presence in that environment.
Prime versus Justice.
Shit.
Damn.
One can with Prime. Come back, man.
Yeah. Hope you're listening, man.
He will.
Yeah?
He will, yeah.
Awesome.
He'll come this shit.
Awesome. I was stoked when I met Prime. I looked up to him for ages. And everyone used to give me shit and say I had gums like Prime in my battles. And so I felt like we were gum brothers. You know, I was like, yeah.
Oh, shit.
The lesson. Oh, yeah.